After a few false starts, it appears spring is here to stay.
Fingers crossed. It's a perfect time to get your carriage ready for all of those spring and summer trips planned.
We asked our auto expert Harvey Briggs for some spring car care tips for our rides. Well, we think, Harvey, spring may be here.
It may be here. I think winter's over. Hopefully no more snow, and that means it's time to take care of our cars after a really long, hard winter.
You have 4 areas.
Yeah, you have a fun acronym to help you remember this.
I call it MAPS. It's maintenance, appearance, performance, and safety. Think about those 4 areas of the car. Maintenance are things like you want to change your oil, you want to do your wiper blades, you want to check on your lights, make sure all that stuff works. Just takes a minute, and it's really important because if your lights aren't working, people don't know what you're going to do. You may not be able to see the road as well.
Under the hood, what should we do?
Under the hood, we're really talking about and looking at fluids here for the most part. So you've got your engine oil, you've got your coolant, and you've got power steering and transmission fluid that you might want to also, and your brake fluid as well.
I've never done this, but should you be cleaning your headlights? These headlights look dirty.
These get a little dirty, and this will affect the vision. There are products for that. You can buy pretty involved products for cleaning, but there's also simple things like this. Basically what you've got is rubbing compound. You've got a special disc here to use that, and you'd actually just take all this stuff, use it, rub it on there, and it'll clean this fog.
Maintenance, what's next?
You want to check your wiper blades, make sure those are working. Your tires are an important part both of maintenance and safety. Really, you know, your tires and brakes are your 2 most important safety systems, so always keep one of these in your car. And now, again, is a good time to check your tire pressures because the temperatures are changing, and as the air gets warmer, then the pressure will increase in the tires. As the air gets colder, the pressure decreases.
So do you want to let air out?
You might need to let air out. What you want to do is come over here and check right on the door frame. So if you see this, we've got the front tire pressure here at 30 psi, rear tire pressure also at 30. See, we're at about 39 psi here. So these are overinflated tires, which will cause them to bow a little bit, and you'll get uneven wear on the tread. Also, make sure you have good tread on these. These tires look great. There's a simple test you can do. I learned this when I was a kid. It's the penny test.
The old penny trick.
Your tread needs to be the minimum of 2 seconds deep, and that is, coincidentally, the distance from Lincoln's head to the top of the penny. So, if you put this in like that, and you can see the top of Lincoln's head, then you need to get new tires.
Brought all kinds of products here.
Yeah, we do have a ton of products for appearance. Wheels are really hard to clean because you get a lot of brake dust and other road grime, and so you have products like these, you know, a wheel cleaner which is specifically designed for certain types. You have to check and make sure whether you have steel wheels, alloy wheels, aluminum wheels, and then tire cleaner and shiner, which is, you know, really fun stuff because this is the thing that when you do it and you get it done,
Makes your car
look brand new. You know, just simple little things, and look at how good that tire looks.
That makes a huge difference.
You know? Typically, if you're running your car a lot, you might get some buildup in the system, so you might want to look for something like this, which is a fuel injector cleaner. You pour this in, run your tank of gas. It helps clean things out and just keeps it running smoothly.
And it works? It's
not yeah, no, these things, there's real chemistry behind this stuff. And it's, and you know, a cooling system optimizer like this, you pour it in, and it just keeps things fresh and keeps them from getting old. A vehicle like this with 75,000 miles on it, you're starting to get to that point where things are going to start to wear out. And that's especially true of engine gaskets, power steering gaskets, things like that. So there are conditioners you can buy and pour into those systems when you do an oil change that will keep those gaskets flexible because they do dry out and crack over time. And that's where you start to get engine oil leak.
Safety.
Safety. Again, we talked about safety with tires, but brakes are the other really important part of that safety system for you. There's not a lot you can see, but you can hear. Brake pads are built with an audible sensor built in so that when they get thin, they start to actually screech when you use them. The minute you start hearing that, take it in, get new brake pads put in. If you wait until you hear that grinding sound, then you're going to need new rotors, and you don't want to wait that long. That'll cost you a lot more. We all know these are huge investments now. We're talking $35,000 and up now people are spending on a car, and we're keeping our cars longer, 11.5 years on average. So this kind of annual maintenance really goes a long way to keeping your car fresh.
Well, that's great advice.
Yeah, it really is. Go to Harvey's website, ridesanddrives.com. He's got all sorts of car care tips there. Thank you, Harvey.
Thanks, Harvey.
We'll be right back with the final.